recording. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're literally picking up right where we left off from yesterday's video. So we're going to try to get cold power back up and running. That's going to be our goal because we need to expand our power infrastructure quite a bit to be able to expand further in the game. Now, just like I was mentioning on yesterday's video, even the coal power is going to be temporary, believe it or not. Once we get access to fuel generators, which is going to be a little while, that's going to be the more permanent solution in terms of power. That one we won't be dismantling whatsoever. Eventually what will end up happening is I'll probably take the coal power that we're going to be building now. Once we get better power sources, then we're going to upgrade that to we'll change that over probably to make more petroleum coke, which again is another thing that we'll unlock later in the game. If you like the videos, please consider giving it a like. If you want to follow the channel, give a subscribe, and we'll continue on with the game. Grab some copper sheets, because when we start doing piping, you're going to burn through a lot of copper sheeting, and since I'm already here, might as well. Yeah, the marker we're heading to is way over there. This is going to hurt a little. Yeah. Like I was saying on yesterday's video, or the previous video, excuse me, this was my first area I ever, when I was playing Satisfactory and learning how to play the game ever was. So that's why I'm remembering certain things like, hey, I know there's a coal nodes over here, which there is, and there also is water over here. Because I remember having a coal power plant set up, water included, the whole 9 yards, and being able to expand my power grid quite a bit. As you can see, that was that's the quick wire we built, the quick wire factory we built in the last episode. In fact, I'm going to go there and take some of that quick wire because now that I got power going to it, I want to get if I can, I'm going to get the Mark II power poles unlocked. It will clean up a lot of the overhead spaghetti, because as I said, with the Mark II, you can get 7 connections per port. We are definitely producing. Okay, we're going to grab a couple of these, and then we're going to get the MAM up and running here. MAM is running. We'll get into Caterium. We need that one. Done.
New Caterium research options available. Congratulations on finding this metal. Many fix-it initiatives will benefit from Caterium's applicability in advanced engineering. Also, it is probably not sentient, and so unlikely to feel pain as we exploit it.
I would certainly hope not. Okay. We're actually also going to unlock this zip line.
Zipline unlocked. When equipped, the zipline facilitates travel along power lines, regardless of whether the line is powered. Note, based on previous Pioneer events, Fixit recommends not using ziplines during thunderstorms and typhoons or while drinking coffee.
And then we're going to unlock the Mark II power pole.
Power pole Mark II unlocked. This provides additional power connections compared to the power pole Mark I.
As I was saying before, the Mark I that you start with, you get 4 connections. The Mark II, you get 7. There is a Mark III power pole, but you need high-speed connectors, and you need steel pipes, as you can see. And the high-speed connectors you need plastic for, which means you need oil, which we don't have unlocked yet, so that's going to have to wait. And then the AA limiters, actually I can unlock that as well. So we'll unlock that.
Research completed. AI limiter recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
Then the other thing we have here is power switches, priority power switches, homing rifle ammo, and then a programmable splitter. But for that one, you need computers and heavy modular frames, and that's going to be a little while before we get to that. But that's okay. We got the important one, which is the power poles. Now there is a catch with the power poles. They also cost a lot more to produce versus the Mark I power poles. We go into power. Your Mark I just takes cement, or concrete, I'm sorry, concrete, iron rods, and wire. Your Mark IIs take quick wire, iron rods, and concrete. But I am going to bind this to the bar because it is so much more useful. Now you saw how many power poles we have in this mess over there, which isn't good. If we upgrade it, which you can, you just press 1 and you can upgrade these power poles. Now what we can do here is we can get rid of this, which is going to cause that to drop off the face of the planet, and that's okay. We're going to drop power to here. And everything actually should be running off of that one pole. Oops, okay. There we go. Everything is now running off of one pole. Okay. That's good to go. We're going to go down to coal. There's a power slug over here. We're going to go grab that since it's kind of on the way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use that stackable conveyor pole. Actually, we're going to put that in the hotbar too. This way we can just climb up here and ow. Go on top and then grab it. There we go. Another power slug that we have. Then we're going to get rid of these power poles. Ah, perfect. That right there, that's directly in the center screen, is a summer sloop. It'll be the first one of the game. Thank you.
The Summer Sloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why the symbol mathematically resembling a Mobius strip has found its way to both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Research in them to establish locally appropriate classification and application. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted named Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
We're also going to pick up this power slug that's right here. And this is where we're going is a kind of a natural ramp that the developers put into the game. Now, the last time I had a game down this way, I had belts coming up all through this because I had to export some of the coal from this power, because there's a bunch of nodes down here, in order to help with the weapons factory, but as you saw before, we already did the weapons, well, we have a start of a weapons factory, and we're going to get the coal from up there. So what I'm hoping is that most of this coal here is going to stay here, and it's going to be used just to produce coal, or produce power. Straight up, just produce power. There you can see our marker is, which it should be going all the way to the ground. I don't know why it's not. Must be a little bug in the game. Let me unhighlight it, rehighlight it, apply it. That's fine. Anyway, we can use our little binger. Binging is binging. Okay, so yeah, now I remember we did have some nodes that are covered by these rocks, but there is some exposed nodes, I believe, over here, if they didn't change it. And I believe they're normal nodes. Yep, we have 2 nodes here. Oops, I don't want to mine it. Nope, nope, nope. Stop mining. Stop. Okay. All right, we got that pesky organic problem here. That's going to interfere with us building, so we're going to get rid of this pesky organic material. Right now I'm really kind of regretting not unlocking the blueprint designer. I actually have blueprints saved from a previous playthrough with coal generators and pipes and everything else all ready to go. And a little fun fact, with blueprints, you can they save locally on your local computer. If you transfer them, like either to a USB stick or to a NAS box or something like that, you can then use them in further games. Even though these blueprints were made back when I did in Update 8, they still work in 1.0. They just don't have, like the newer ones have, you can get Mark II and Mark III blueprint designers, which are bigger. These ones are on the original one. Oh, what do you know? Wildlife. That's nice. Die. Thank you. Your remains will go to good use, trust me. Anyway, that's you're going to be around to use it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to build a couple of miners. I'm going to build 2 of them. Spin the output out that way. And I believe the other node is somewhere over here. Where is the other node? There it is. It actually just snapped right to it. Thank you. If I remember right, we're going to get 60 a minute. Okay, so we're going to, well, the coal we don't need. We're just going to put that in there. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to make a man temporarily just to research the summer sloop. Even though we're going to sacrifice the summer sloop, but it's now going to be scannable, which is going to help.
Summer sloop analysis completed. Summer sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy, like energies harvested to waves reach our shores, similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner.
And then, as I said, the next one is you need SAM ore to get that. Once we get SAM ore, then we'll unlock more of these. The power augmenter is a device that it does 2 things. One, when you build it, it gives you an instant 500 megawatts of power right off the bat. If you connect it to your grid, your power grid, it will also give you a 10% bonus, 10% of the power you're producing. So, for example, if you're producing 1,000 megawatts and you hook this power augmenter up, it will then give you 10% above that, so it's going to give you another 100 megawatts plus the 500, so it's going to give you 600 megawatts, and that will scale as your power plant scales. So if you have 10,000 megawatts, you get an extra 1,000 megawatts. And then this is the production amplifier I was mentioning, where it will double it, but in the case of using extra power. I wanted to get that research just so it's done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to produce 120 coal. Need to get rid of a bunch of these trees. We're going to do right now. Now we are going to build a coal power plant. Somewhat. Unfortunately, I only have enough stuff for 4 of them. But eventually I'll come back once I get more material. And we're going to use all 120 just to make power. Believe it or not, the limiting factor I think is actually going to be water, ironically. I don't think it's going to be coal, at least not initially. But again, we got to get rid of all the organic nonsense. And since we don't have explosives yet, that will be coming. Alright. A little clearing out, and then we're going to start building some foundations here. Actually, we're going to be building a lot of foundations, and I didn't grab enough concrete. Mother blanker. Oh well. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. I'm going to run out of concrete here real soon. I thought I had enough, and I didn't. And I'm already out of concrete. God darn it. Actually, wait a minute. Do we have any limestone in the area? Let me use my binger. See if we have any limestone in the area. Actually, we do. 255, 358, 226. That's what I might just do here. Oh, hello, you. You were intruding on my work area. You need to die now. Thank you. And you too need to go. Goodbye. Thank you. Come again. Oh, and I'm out of space in my inventory. Let me resort that. That didn't help much. We don't need the berries. They can go. Okay. To be honest, most of what's in my inventory is going to be consumed here in a few moments. First thing we need to do, though, we need to get water built first. Actually, we're going to build a coal power plant because I need to remember. I don't remember the ratios. And Ada's has something to say.
Interesting. Most pioneers already had coal power set up by this point because they understood their responsibility to humanity. Adjusting pioneer attitude metrics. Reminder: coal power generators require coal.
Thank you, Ada, for your encouraging words. Okay. So what we needed from there is we need 50 water per minute. And each of the fluid extractors put out 120 water extractors. So what we're going to do here...
That may indeed be water. Try submerging your arm. If it does not dissolve, that will narrow down the range of possibilities. Or you could just pipe it to a coal-powered generator and see what happens.
That's exactly what I plan to do, is to pipe it into a coal-powered generator and see what happens. I already know it's water, so whatever. Okay, so we have a 240 water available. So we have 240 divided by 45. So I can build 5 power plants right now with just what we have here. Now, one thing we're going to do is one thing I learned a long time ago. We're going to... Oh, crap. I need more foundations than just what I have. We need to go find some limestone. The thing with fluids in this game is it acts like a fluid would in real life, i.e., if you don't have it high enough, higher than whatever the lowest point is, it's not going to flow naturally by gravity, and so then you're going to have issues. What we're going to do here, believe it or not, is we are going to put not a constructor, a miner here. Do I have enough material? No, because I need concrete. Son of a gun. Okay. We're going to take out this pedestal. For the record, in my other playthrough that I'm doing offline, I already had the dimensional depot, so this became much less of a problem than what I'm dealing with now. You just need to go to GTFO. Come here. Come here. Thank you for dying. Come again. But you will. It will respawn eventually. After X amount of time. Okay, we're going to try this again. A miner. Check. I know some of you are going to say, but wait a minute, how are you going to go take and power this? Because you've got no power down here. And you're right, I don't. We're going to produce 60 limestone a minute. We're going to chuck it into a constructor. We're just going to do something like this. That's going to hurt. We need concrete. We need 45 a minute. We're going to get 15 out of this, which is fine. We're going to shove it in a bin. No, not a merger. A bin. A bin. Thank you. We're going to... what do I need? I think I got enough power with just a biomass burner. Power. Biomass burner. Check. We're going to shove this in, and we're going to build a power pole, a new Mark II power pole. That constructor now has power, and now so does the miner. I need 45 limestone a minute, so that's exactly what we're going to tell it to produce, because biomass burners, if you didn't know, and like when it's something like this, the more power you use towards their max rating, the faster they're going to burn through the fuel. So what we're going to do is put this to 45. That's going to cut the power usage down a bit. And this is going to do a little damage. I don't care. And now I got my own concrete. Yeah. I've got my own concrete plant built here. Of course, the problem is I need this as soon as possible and as quickly as possible, but I'm just going to have to wait. In the interim, what we're going to do is we're going to get everything else built up here. Going to do here is we're going to build 4 cold power generators. Now they only have inputs because that's all they need. Actually, we'll do 3 for now. The reason why I need the concrete, getting back to I got distracted again, is because you want the water as high as possible. So that way you don't have to use as many lifts, because you can only go up, I believe it's 10 or 20 meters uplift is all you get without using a pipeline pump. I think that's all it is. Yeah, it's like 10 meters up. So what you do is you start with it high, and so then it'll flow by gravity down. That's why I was trying to build one here and build it up. So I'd have a fluid buffer on the top there to store the excess water, and then it would just flow by gravity into my coal power plants. That's what the plan anyway. And honestly, as for this, uses 15 coal per minute, so I could literally power all 3 of these off of just one of these nodes. But so what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to put this in the middle. And the reason why I'm kind of building in 3s is because I have a blueprint where I have 3 of these, and I can literally just spam these down very quickly. Yes, I will work on that eventually in terms of getting the blueprint designer. But for now, we're just going to build this one by hand. Okay. I'm actually not going to connect that plant. I could still add a 4th coal power plant to this setup to just 1. But that's going to get us, I believe, 75 megawatts times 3. So that's going to be what? 75 times 3. That's going to give us 225 megawatts. That's literally going to almost double our power. The hell was that? Alright, let me see if I can build this high enough. Actually, the other thing we're going to do too is we're going to build it up higher up on the hill too. I'm still going to need a pump regardless. I mean, that I'm not going to be able to get away from, but at least if I do it like this. Okay, boom, I had enough. Now, one thing you can get in the fix-it shop the concrete again is you can get a ladder where you can attach to the side, but I obviously have not been dealing with that at all. Hello, Lizzo. Yeah, the doggos tend to be pretty skittish. In case you're wondering, that power plant that's down there will eventually be dismantled. It's not going to stay. Or the concrete plant, excuse me. I'm sorry. Question is, do I have enough room? Ooh, yes I can. Okay, cool. Alright, now we need organization. Yep, we need a fluid buffer. And we want the fluid buffer... Oh, I'm in the way now. Going that way, I think. Yep. Because we want the pipes going in that direction. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to get the pipes. We're going to go to the next hot bar, and then we're going to set this up for pipes. So that's going to be 1, 2. In case you're wondering why, like things like that, where I put it there and it disbounded, this keyboard I'm using, it's a mechanical keyboard, but it tends to have, for certain keys, it tends to have not a good rebound and it messes up like that. So, ouch. Okay. So what we are going to do from here is we need to connect to that pipe right there. Yeah, it's going to clip. I know it's going to clip.
Fixed pipelines can contain any fluid, including the water necessary for coal-powered generators. Note, water does not flow upwards by itself. While water extractors provide some lift to truly defy gravity, consider the use of pipeline pumps.
Oh, don't I know. And we need more concrete already, because I didn't bring enough. I got kind of goofed. But, like I said, we set up a temporary one, so at least we can have some. Okay, now what we're going to do is we should be able to get to about here with what we have, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put a pump in. And if you do this and you lock the hologram, you can see where it's going to go. Interesting, it's not going to reach. It's not high enough. So what we're going to have to do is put a second pump in. We're going to build that one. Build it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a second pump in. Like so. Now, I already know that will be high enough. Now, the good thing is going down, I don't need any pumps because being this is up so high, it will flow down by gravity. If I didn't mess it up. So what we're going to do here is now we can get this down. And this is all down, literally all downhill. Like quite literally all downhill. And then what we're going to do is this. We're going to put it right about here. And then we're going to run it actually across all through here. Yep, I know. All the clipping people are about to go ape shit. Don't care. Okay. And then what we're going to do is then we'll put in more of those junctions. And then that's what will actually connect to the actual... no, I don't need a pump. I need a junction. And the handy-dandy holograms do help. So we're going to do that. Oops, this one is not quite right. So what we'll do is we will put it there. Why the hell is it not? Something's weird here. Again, it looks ugly. I don't care. Okay, now, this is the tricky part because I don't have power down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're then going to hook up what I'm going to try to do, and I don't know if this is going to work. This is going to be fun. Is we're going to try to run this off that biomass burner that I have down here, at least initially, and to get everything up and running. I honestly don't think it's going to have enough power to run everything I want to run. The other thing I also do too is I generally will leave a biomass burner down here in case I need to kickstart my power grid. Okay, we need to... Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, everything draws too much power initially. Yep, I need literally 2 more of these just to get things going because it said the max continuous was 60.4, which is... Okay. Connect the power line to the power grid. Connect the power line to the power grid. Restart. And then what should happen is once everything gets up and running, the coal generators should be able to take over at a certain point. Okay. All right, we have flow, which means then this is going to start pumping, yep, up the pipe, which is what we want. And we already know, based on that the hologram shows you, I guess I didn't explain it very well, guys. that hologram shows you how far the pump is going to push the liquid forward. That's the reason why we had to put a second one in, because it wasn't high enough. Now we already know it's going to pump all the way up to this fluid buffer. It's not here yet. It's going to get here once the volume keeps increasing. There it is. And eventually what's going to happen is it's going to start flowing downward as more and more water gets going. And eventually it's going to start filling the coal power plants. And as you can see, yeah, there it goes. Now the reason why this grid looks a bit different than before is because it's not hooked into my main grid yet. It will be. That's why you can see it's going up to like 315 megawatts, because all the coal power plants are starting to come online. Okay. Now what we can do is we can actually shut off that biomass burner, because all the biomass burners, because the coal power plant is yeah, that's fine. Because now if we kill this, and kill this one, notice everything still stayed running, because it's now being powered by the coal power plant. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to put another pipeline pump on here, since it is exceeding the max head lift. And then what we'll do is we'll power it. Whoops. And then we'll get rid of the first one. And now we're not exceeding the max head lift, which will help with flow. Flow rate will now increase because of that, or it should. Yeah, the reason why the pipe isn't filling up right now is because it's filling into the coal generators first. Yep. Once it backs up, it'll start going into there. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this power and we're going to hook it into our main grid. But that's mission accomplished. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get coal power online. I don't have enough, but it's a start. And then unfortunately the only real way to do it, because I don't have the power infrastructure, the pipeline, not the pipeline infrastructure, I'm sorry, the power tower set up, is you got to do it like this. If I had the power towers, then that zip line that I had, I could literally go across the map on it. But that's okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back to here eventually. And then I'm going to expand out the coal generating plant. I'm going to add a lot more to it. I'm probably going to double or triple that production, so that way should be near the, there it is, yep, we're near the Caterium ore setup. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect it to the grid. So now that coal power plant, as you can see, our capacity shot way up to 595 megawatts. And we're using about 323 of that. But we've literally almost doubled our available power grid. All right, let me go look. I'm going to go see one of our next things we're going to need to automate is modular frames, which is iron rod and reinforced plates. Okay, so we're going to need a bunch of iron for that. Actually, you know what? We're going to see if I can build that zip line. Let me get an equipment workshop. Zip line. What do I need? A Xeno Zapper. Oh, I have one of them. Alright, I'll build another one. We'll build a Xeno Zapper, and then we're going to build the zip line. Okay, and then we're going to build the zip line. Okay. For now, we'll just take out the object scanner. And yes, you can even go uphill too. Now, the unfortunate thing is you can't go through walls or anything like that, but it does help you get over large chasms like this. The question is, do I have enough to get... I want to belt this. This is the Caterium production area. I got enough Mark 1 belts. I think I can... Yeah, I can get this all the way back to base, because what I want to do is... I want to have this available at the base, so that way then I can use it whenever I need it. So what we're going to do here, we'll go logistics. We'll put a Mark 1 belt here. And then we'll go 9. Didn't build it tall enough. Built it too tall. Thing with conveyor lifts, it's so bloody finicky. It drives me nuts. I think I can get that. Yep, there it goes. Okay, we'll take the scenic route down, like that. Perfect. And they are going to make the long trek down. Back to base, and what are we going to do with them in base? For now, we're just going to shove them in a bin. That's what we're going to do. The next thing we're going to work on is making modular frames. We're going to set up a whole factory for that as well. Because eventually what I'd like to do is I'd like to get Mark II I'd like to get Mark II miners built as well, which that will also help with production. Because if you can extract double the resources, that means then it will it opens up a lot more possibilities. Okay, we're going to skirt around this because that's a limestone node that we may use down in the future. Because when we set up like for encased beams, that's what you use is limestone. Because you make concrete and then or you don't use limestone, but you make concrete for encased beams, and then that goes into the unit. Probably at some point down the road I'll end up having to upgrade the belts for this quick wire, but because 60 per minute, let me tell you, when it comes to quick wire, doesn't cut it. There's some recipes in the later part of the game that you need a Mark IV belt and it barely provides enough. It has barely enough throughput. So all right, we now have quick wire. Okay. Okay, this is leaves. And we'll get this going for wood. Okay. Oh, okay. So with the addition of the coal power plants, the biomass burners are not burning fuel quite as quickly. Like I said, eventually we're going to produce enough that we're not going to need biomass burners. But we're a little ways off from that. And now we're going to go get some materials that we need. Okay. Big one we need is concrete. Since we burned through a ton of it. Okay, let's sort all that hot mess. Still need SAM ore for that one. Basically, the only thing left in here, this nutritional processor, this is a inhaler. Really not useful. This is useful, so what I am going to do is I'm going to make 200 screws. Actually, wait a minute. I automated that too. I'm trying to think where I put it though. Right here. Let's say I knew I automated screws. I don't even need to make them. They're already made. So then we will do power slugs. We'll put this so we can scan them. And then we'll get rid of the screws.
Power slugs extract latent energy from their surroundings to sustain themselves. By tuning the object scanner to the particular potential energy signature, it is now able to locate them against the background environmental static.
And then the purple one, as you can see, will then unlock others. Right, the other thing we need is quartz. But we need to make modular frames first. So let me see what we need for that. So for modular frames, that'll be our next goal. No, we need the assembler because it's multiple parts. I need rotors. I have absolutely none. That's right, because I threw them all in towards the basic steel production. Ouchie. Okay, we'll get that built. Still waiting on that quick wire. It's coming. It's just the Mark 1 belts are slow as molasses. Alright, let me see how this smart plating is doing. I'm just curious. Eesh. Damn, we need 1,000 of those. We're going to steal some reinforced iron plates, even though I know I have a dedicated plant for that, but I need some, so we're just going to steal it. Machines will make more. I don't care. I really don't. Alright, let's try this again. If I remember right, I think it's reinforced iron plates and iron rod. Yep. Okay, so we need more iron. There's a shocker. I think I had more iron over here, if I remember right. That was unclaimed, I mean. Yep. So what we're going to do is, because we're going to need a bunch of it to do, because everything there is steel. Or not steel, I'm sorry. Everything there is iron ore to make modular frames. And we're going to automate that. Try to get the max amount we can per minute. So there's some 100 away. Oh, wait, right here. What kind of nodes do we have here? Or a node. Impure. Not good. With a Mark 1 miner, that's only 30 per minute. That's absolute hot garbage. Absolute hot garbage. First gotta dispatch to the local wildlife. This is also going to be a secondary impure node as well. I've just noticed the game developers seem to put impure nodes, they seem to put multiples together near each other. Don't know why, but just a trend I've noticed. Is what it is. Unfortunately, dude, you gotta go. Yeah, if the creatures are in your way, the ones that are passive, just give them a little shot with your whatever weapon you have equipped at the time, and generally you can kill them, but generally that will force them to flee, as you see, or saw, excuse me. I also need to get a Mark II miner, and I don't have any portable miners because I used them all up. Oops, I don't want the hub. I want... And you can only build one anyway. But we'll build some portable miners again. We'll build 10 like I did the last time. Because because we do tend to use quite a few of these in the early game. Not so much in the later game, but once you get that dimensional depot, it's nice because you can build a bunch of portable miners, just throw them in the depot, and then you're done. Oops, I made 11. That's okay. All right. Alrighty. Okay. Now the first thing we need to do is we need to actually make reinforced iron plates. Because you need the reinforced iron plates to make the modular rods. The second part, which is the iron rods, is pretty straightforward. And we don't have the alternate recipe for these reinforced iron plates that don't use bloody screws. However, excuse me, we do have the alternate screw recipe. So, as always, we need, well, the first thing we actually need is the miner. We'll get that going. Put that there. This is only going to give us 30. And then we're going to need the other one, which was where? Right there. Thank you. Thank you, Dinger. Actually, I'm going to check something. I want to see what this node is over here. Because it says there's a node over here. It's 135 meters away, which isn't that far, really. I'm wondering if it's another impure node. Probably is. Oh, no, it's a normal node. Ooh, okay. We're going to grab that one, too. So that's going to give us, that should give us 120 out of the box. Nope, 60. It's 120 if it was a Mark II. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually build that with Mark II belts. That way down the road, if when we upgrade it, okay. And then we're going to need, okay, so now we're going to have 180 units available of iron ore. Now, what you'll notice is some people, they tend to, when they design whatever the factory they're working on, they'll build it to whatever a very specific what am I trying to say here? I'm sorry, guys. A very specific number. In my case, I try to maximize it depending on what resources I have available. Like I said, in this case, I'm going to have two impure nodes at 30 and 30, which is 60. I have that normal node, which is over here, which is already at 60. So actually, wait a minute. That only gives me 120 iron ore per minute is what we can max out at. So we built an assembler somewhere over there for now. This is only temporary. So I already know I'm going to need an iron rod, which I believe the iron rod recipe we have. We'll just stick a constructor. This is all temporary. Most of this will not be going. Okay, so we need 12 ingot per minute. So what I am going to do, well, you guys can't see this, is I'm going to, no. Okay, so we need 12 iron rod to make. What's going to eat up most of it is going to be the reinforced iron plate. What I'd like to be able to do is to produce at least 2 to 4 of these a minute. So I would need 24 of these rods, which would be 2 constructors worth. Yep, because that would be 12. If I put these at 12 and 12, that'd be 24. I can maybe do 3. Maybe we could do 36. But it depends on how much iron I use up to make the reinforced iron plates, because we have to start there first. Because the reinforced iron plates are what's going to eat up most of this iron, believe it or not. Sorry, my OCD was kicking in. The other thing that my OCD is kicking is I'm used to a different concrete finish material, but I don't have plastic right now to be able to actually make it, and I need to sink a bunch of stuff to unlock it in the MAM. All right. So we need to make iron plate, which is only 20 a minute, but we need 30 of these per minute. Okay. So for the reinforced, we're going to go back to the reinforced iron plate. We need 30 per minute, which I believe these only produce 20. Yep, they only produce 20. We get 5 plate per minute out of that. We only need 3. What does that take? That takes screws, which, since we have that cast screw recipe, that takes 12.5 ingots to get 50 screws. Okay. But we need 60 screws. That's what I mean. These recipes are off just enough to make it where you need to use power shards. Or you have to use multiple machines, and then you get the spaghetti that you've seen already in some of these. See, it's going to be these plates is going to be the absolute limiting factor of how much I can make. It's going to be these bloody plates. Because literally, these 2 miners are just going to be processing ore for plates. If I want to maximize this particular setup. So if I put another smelter in, okay, and I tell this to make ingots, you go away, and then I tell this to make iron plates. That's 40 plates a minute what we're making, max is 40 plates a minute. I need 60 to be able to produce 2 of these. Oh, wait a minute though, I only need, how many iron plates do I need a minute? I need 3 per minute, so if I can produce 6 plates per, or 6 of these, I only need 3 plates a minute. Hang on here, let's see what happens if we do that. Now we only need 18 plates a minute, which is just within what we can do. Okay, so here's what we can do. Okay, that makes sense now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put these to 18. That's going to make us 36 iron plates between the 2 constructors per minute. Okay, that's 36. Now, we're going to have 2 of these, and we're going to need 36 and 36 screws per minute. Which we need to spam another constructor here. We're going to need 2 of these as well, because 36 and 36 is 72 screws per minute, which we can't do. However, we're still going to have some ingots left over. Because we're going to need 12.5 times 2. So let me put that up on the screen. 12.5, and you hit Shift and you use the 8 key, which is the asterisk. Oops, again, the 1 key is got some issues. It's not the game, just so everyone knows. So that's 25 ingots. I can do that with 1 smelter, because the smelters can put a max of 30 ingots per minute at the absolute full bore. They can go. Oh, I gotta bring this back because of my OCD. It needs to be aligned. Like that. Okay. So we still have 60 coming in, and we need 30 to make 30. Yeah, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So if we're only using 25, we're using barely half of that miner, which means we can make more. But wait, we also need to make 12 of the iron rods, or no, 24 of the iron rods, so there goes our excess. Never mind. Okay, now we just need to build it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this constructor. We're going to build another constructor in its place, basically. Like so. We're going to need one smelter. We're going to get 2 more constructors. You'll see why in a moment. And then we're going to need, actually one thing we are going to need is another foundation here. We're going to build 1 more smelter, and then that's it. That's all we need for machines. Well, we need 1 more. We need 2 assemblers. I'm sorry. My mistake. Okay. So, what we need here is we need... This is going to be iron plate, so we need 30 plates. Check. Actually, no. We don't need 30 plates. Need 2 assemblers. And these are going to be making reinforced iron plates. But we're going to underclock these down to 3 per minute. And 3 per minute respectively. Okay. Now, so that means we only need 18 plates going in. That's 18. That's already set. That's not, so we'll just go Control C, and we'll go Control V, and you can just go copy and paste, and now that's set for 18 and 18 respectively. So then that will take care of the plates we need for that one, and the plates we need for that one. Now, we need the screws. We don't need 50, I believe we only need 36, right? Yeah, we need 36 screws per minute. So that's going to be 36, enter. And we need this to be class screw. We need that 36, enter, check. Okay. So then, time for belt spaghetti. Something like that. And something like that. Okay, that takes care of all the reinforced plates that we need for the entire... for everything. Okay, now ugh, this organic waste. Ugh. Hate it. Okay, that's done. We need to spam down 2 more assemblers. And these will be making the actual modular frames. So we need 12 rod here, and we need 12 rod there. And we need 3 reinforced plates respectively on each. So what we're going to do here is we are going to go like so. Pop that into 1. Pop that into 1. Alright. Now I left this constructor here because this is going to be iron rod, and we can only make 12 per minute, or that's all we need is 12 per minute. Oh, and I got to expand this out because we need 12. We only need 24 coming out of this, and we're going to do the same thing like we're going to do with the, excuse me, with this smelter is going to also make all the iron ingot that we need for these 2, which only needs 18 per minute. So we're going to punch in 18. Nope, I said 18 per minute. It's all we need out of this entire smelter, even though I can do 30. Then what I need to do is I'm going to have to get rid of this belt, and I'm going to have to move it because I need to add in more foundations. like that. We don't need much more. Actually, we'll need one more foundation. Come on. No, I don't want to go there. Okay. We need one more constructor. This is going to be iron rod. We're going to do 12 a minute, which means we need 24 coming out of that. That's what we have. Okay, perfect. And time for more belt spaghetti. Okay, we can do that. We need to put a splitter in, like that. We need to go like so. Done. Okay, belting for that is finished. And we need to do the exact same thing for here. Belt for there. This one's crooked, I can already see, and it's going to be a problem. Yep. We'll just move the smelter here. That's all we're going to do. We're going to then now put a new smelter in. That's lined up now. We'll do the belt thingy again. Actually, wait a minute, is that? God damn it. Son of a biscuit. I'm going to get rid of that belt because I think that's interfering with my hologram. Let me lock it before I actually confirm it. Make sure it's actually lined up. Which it's not. Now it's lined up. That's what I want. Okay. And we need to change this to iron ingot. I believe we only needed 18, right? 9 and 9 respectively. Yep, 9 and 9, 18. Perfect. Put the belt. Put the splitter. Put the belt over to there. Okay. Then what we need to do is we need to take these iron ingots, or the iron rods, and one needs to go here. So we're going to do this. And then one needs to go to there. And then we're going to need to get up on top of here because now we need to put power to this entire mess of power. This will take actually a couple of power poles, even with the new ones, because there's just so many machines here. And that doesn't even count the ones in the back. That's just all the constructors. That doesn't even count the smelters. Oh, and I forgot to belt everything together. Yeah, I got to kind of do that first. Whoopsie. That's kind of important. Just a general rule of thumb, and I'm not going to have enough iron plates. Son of a biscuit. What about... I got... screw it. I'll use these. That'll work. Now, literally what's going to end up happening is... these two are going to just feed just those. Oh, no, that's right. I don't have enough of those. And then all the other smelters here are going to be supplied by the one over here. No, I don't want to dismantle. I want to just get rid of the organic stuff. Okay. So then what we're going to do... Nope, I don't want to make a constructor. I want to build... And then what we're going to do is... Whoops. We're going to go here. Home run that one, and then we need to put a splitter here. And go like that. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to put another pole in. Because I need to power all of the smelters here. Okay, there. That way it's connected to the grid, or will be connected to the grid once I get all these attachment points done. Okay, now I just need to take and hook this up into the grid. Oh wait, oh son of a biscuit, I didn't even hook up the assemblers here. At least, yeah, those two assemblers are now hooked up. Okay, there, now the assemblers have power. And we can hook up into that, and so what should happen is all of these should come online. Oh wait, did I hook up power to... Nope, you son of a... Yep, that ain't gonna work too well. Up, I'm out of power pole there. Out of power pole there. Okay. Let's delete that. You'll see why in a minute. We're gonna go put this here, put that to there, that to there, and then we need to get that power. Oh, yeah, we need to, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put another storage container here. No, we're not, because I don't have enough plates. Great. All right, I'm gonna have to steal some plates that get produced here. I just need 10. That's all I need. Oh, wait a minute here. Is this not producing anything because it has no power? What? What? Oh, wait. Let's say, I bet you it's not set up. Okay, so then this can be down to 27 per minute. And then this can be at 27 per minute. Okay, now I have enough that I can put down a storage container because I have enough actual iron plates. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Bet you I don't have enough plates though for the splitter because I need 2 more. Yep. So we're just going to steal 2 more plates off of the. Oh hell, we'll just steal it out of here. Why are we not producing any screws? What is going on here? Okay, I think what I need to do here... No, it's producing it. 18 per minute, that's what it's supposed to be producing. Just a little slow getting going, I guess. Okay, no biggie. It'll get there. It's gonna get there. Okay. Anyway, we need a merger. Actually, I originally had slipped this. I don't want a merger. That's good enough. And then we'll go 3. We'll put it to here. Okay, and that's it. Modular frames are now automated. Well, once the reinforced plates get going here, but we need the screws, which they're getting there. Well, we only need 36 per minute, so... There it goes. Once we get the reinforced plates, then the these 2 will start up. How am I doing on power? Not terrible. Max consumption is 400, almost 500 megawatts. But then this will allow us to get steel once this gets going. I know I technically could underclock those 2 for 27, but we're talking 27 to 30 is like, whatever. Okay, those are going. Yeah, we're making 3 per minute, which is exactly what this requires. Once this gets going, there it goes. There's our modular frames starting to be built, and they take 60 seconds per frame. So we're producing 2 per minute. What do we need here? 35. So what is it? It's 35 divided by 2. Divide that by 2. So it's going to take about 9 minutes to get the amount that we need. Okay. What I am going to do, I'm also going to belt this back to the hub. Oh, fiddlesticks. I don't have enough. I don't have enough material to belt it back. Shish kebab. Actually, we're not that far from base. Ah, there's my quick wire, finally. There's the quick wire making its way to base. And it's still moving because, of course, it's going into that storage container that we built a little earlier. And, yeah. Oh, you know what? I can grab the rotors I need for the thing here. There we go. Grab some rotors. And then the cable line is completely stopped. The cable production line, I mean, has completely stopped because of the bin's full. Completely, I would imagine. Yep, completely full. Alright, and then we're going to need plates. But as you can see, compared to when we started, we were constantly having to craft things by hand. We're not doing that as often now because of the fact that we are, you know, we're producing most of the material, so we don't have to craft it, type of thing. This one is leaves, so we'll put leaves in here. And then we'll put in the wood here just to get rid of this so it's out of our inventory. And then now we still don't have enough coal plants to get rid of that, but that will change. Once I get steel online, then I'm going to work on getting, so that's where we are now. We're at basic steel production. Then the next one I'm going to work on, I believe, will probably be the blueprints. But I got to get the steel online to be able to get that up and running, because then I can take over my, I can take and bring over some of my previous blueprints, and then that'll speed things up quite a bit. Let me see if I need, I could use a little bit of this. Cable, I do actually need some. So we'll steal some and we'll get that line restarted. Actually, we'll grab a couple of them. What else do I have in my inventory do I need? Actually, I think we're pretty good. I need reinforced iron plates, but I'm going to steal some from here. We'll just steal all of it. That's fine. That's why in some cases, that particular line, since it's making the smart plating, which uses the modular frames, it only needs 3 per minute, just like the line we just set up. But the reason why I'm making 5 is for that reason, like there, where it can overflow basically into that storage container. And don't get me wrong, if that line completely, or the storage container completely fills up, that line eventually will stop. But personally, I'm not too worried about it. Actually, one thing I think I am going to do right now is I am going to I'm going to belt over those reinforced iron frames that I have from that other production one we set up over to base, so that way we can have that available at base, and that'll make it easier. Or if I need to steal a few here and there, I can steal them right off the line like I did with some of my other resources that I showed. Now the problem is when you have all of these like sub-factories, as I call them, it's kind of hard to remember where I put everything. Like I said, I'm not the most cohesive player like some people are, which I do enjoy watching too, where they'll build a big base and they have like one area where they produce all of their stuff. Like for example, they might produce aluminum all in one spot, or they have all of their fuel over in one spot, and then they do something similar where they belt or whatever, bring it back over to like a main base. But I am not that as organized, and because it's just by choice. Like I said, everybody plays the game differently. This is just the way I play, which unfortunately I do waste a lot of time, and I'm aware of this. This is not something that's like a, hey, do you know you're wasting a lot of time? Like, yeah, I know I'm wasting a lot of time. I understand that. But if I remember right, I think the modular, no, were they up? I don't think they were up here. Back here is coal. I honestly don't remember where the heck I put it. This might be one of these times where to take my own advice and actually use the... Did I do this with Mark II belts? Yeah, I did. Got a Mark II belt. That's a Mark II belt. Let's see here. That's coal. So it's over here. Oh, this is going to hurt a lot. Yep. Called it. This is also one of the reasons why usually when I play, I generally try to belt it over right away, is just for this exact reason. Okay, what am I doing with this? I honestly don't bloody remember. Another normal node here unused, which is another 60 with a Mark I, 120 with a Mark II, which I do also want. I have to get steel up and running. Once I get steel up and running, then I can start getting once I get steel up and running, then I can start getting the Mark II miner upgraded, and then that's going to allow me to expand these production lines that I've already set up, because then I can use more. Okay, this is making. Okay, this is the copper sheeting. It's my copper sheeting plant, which actually, I really didn't need any, but I'm okay. I'll grab a little more. Is here my... I got a whole lot of yellow going on here. Why do I have a whole lot of yellow? I need 7.5 a minute. Seven and a half to 7, I need 15 per minute. So we're gonna save a little bit of power. This one is, I need 7.5 and 7.5. I need another 15 here. I didn't optimize this very well. It's going literally balls to the wall. Alright, this is my reinforced iron frames, which are not optimized at all. Yep. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna belt this back to base, and we're gonna shove it in a bin, just like I did with everything else. So that way I have it, and I have it accessible, so I don't have to go looking for it like I just did now. And in case you're wondering, yes, eventually I will make that run efficiently. Once I find some more summer sloops, which actually, let's take that out. And then I can unlock there's going to be something good in through here. Beyond the gas. Yeah, we're not going down there. Nope, not happening. Sorry. Nope, nope, nope. I believe there's a summer sloop or something behind this destroyable rock, or it's up all the way up there, which is probably what the case is. So we will get to it, just not right now at all. Okay, I got distracted again, as you can kind of tell. Okay, so we were up here. We brought the belt up this way, and then we are going to go here. Mother, come on, man. There it goes. And like I said, we're going to go shove it in a bin. So what we will do is we will go and build a bin. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go shove it in a bin. There. Done. Now it's shoved in a bin. And it looks like yep, that's filled up, and that has shut down as well, which is fine. Check on these. We're going to restock these because, like I said, we still unfortunately do need these to do their thing. Okay. Now, with all that shenanigans out of the way, now what I need to do is I need to go and bring over the modular frames, because we're going to be using a lot of them as well. We're doing okay power-wise. The thing is with the power, whenever you have a line that's stopped because it ran out of ran out of space to produce stuff. Once you start taking, it's going to take and start pulling from there. That's why one of the cool things that they added, which we'll unlock soon, is storage batteries, power storage it's called. What that allows is the fact of, with power storage, if you exceed your power grid, it doesn't completely just drop you. Oh, I'll be a son of a biscuit. That's just another normal node, too. Yep. Crap. I could have expanded out that modular frame factory and made it more. But that's okay. Alright. Time to bring these back to base. And just like everything else, it's going in a bin for now. Now, some of these later in the game we will be using to make other things after we get rid of all those biomass burners and stuff. Like I said, I want to get basics. I want to get steel online. Once I get steel online, then I'm going to eventually go back to coal, and then I'm going to work on blueprints, and I'm going to get blueprints done. That way I can import some of my blueprints I have from my previous games. Yep, you know the routine by now. We're going to shove it in a bin as soon as I can get. Oh, this is going to be an ugly transition. Little glitch there, got stuck. Yeah, that ain't going to work. What we're going to do, we're just going to get rid of one of these here. We're going to redo the bin here. All right. Question is, do I have enough modular frames in my inventory? No, I do not. Bummer. Alright, let me see how we're doing power-wise. Capacity is down to 565. We're still doing okay. But I'd honestly, you really want to be a good 10 to 20 times higher. I try to keep a margin of at least 500 megawatts higher than where I am. I should have enough of these modular frames to be able to, because we need 35 of them is what we need in order to now you can see that's just all the main result of what we had left in that bin that was at the production site. Now you'll just see them coming 2 by 2 until eventually this bin gets filled and then it backflows. Yep, 48. Perfect. Because we only needed 35. And a little thing too is that whatever you do, you send up to the freighter, it only takes exactly what you need. Oh, I forgot I need 3 rotors as well, but that's okay. We'll do that, we'll do that. And then now we're going to launch it. Bye-bye.
Milestone reached.
Nice to meet you.
Coal and iron can be combined in the foundry to start steel production.
Yes, I can.
Project part number 2, the versatile framework, can only be created via automation, not at a crafting bench. Delivering these to the space elevator is essential if we are going to complete phase 2 of project assembly and save the day. Fix It and humanity is relying on you.
No pressure. None at all. Really. Okay, like I said, the next thing we're going to work on will be the blueprints. But the next thing we need to work on immediately is coal. Or not coal, I'm sorry, steel. To make steel, you have to do it in a foundry. You need coal, and you also need iron, are the two ingredients you need. Um, Actually, hang on a minute here. I'm going to go back to the hub for a minute. I want to see where you get the Mark II miner, because that is going to start to become an issue very quickly, unfortunately. Let me go back. No, it's not logistic level 3. Okay, it's advanced steel production. I think I'm going to work on that. But, okay, so we have modular frames, concrete, rotor, which all of that, the only thing I'm not making is the steel pipe and the steel beams, which we're going to automate here shortly. Like I said, you need steel and you need coal. And remember, we had that coal plant or coal node that was up there that we're barely even using. I mean, we have it underclocked down to 30. And it's a pure node, so it'll produce 120 with a Mark I miner, 240 units with a Mark III miner. Which right now, all we can do is 60 per minute max because of the belt choices, but that's okay. It's fine. Because we don't need a ton if memory serves. I think it does. So let's go and production. Let's make a foundry temporarily for steel. Okay, so we need 45 coal per minute. Now, we can only go up to a max of 60. Actually, no, heck with it. We're gonna max this out to 100%. What we're gonna do is we're gonna replace all these belts with Mark II belts. And the nice thing is that you can upgrade these belts in place and you don't lose anything. All right, now past that point, it doesn't matter. This only requires, I believe, 30 per minute. Yeah, and it's not even using any at the moment. Now later in the game, when I start automating Noblists and stuff, that will be getting used, but that's a problem for later. Right now, what we're going to do is I am going to go and take and start making a steel production facility. That is what we're going to do. Whoops. Oh, sorry, guys, wrong button. Oh, we need to, yeah, that looks kind of bad. So we are going to get rid of some of these foundations that we don't need, that are looking really hideous. I may not have a lot of standards, but there we go. That's a little better. Now, as for iron, since you need both, you need 45 per minute. Let me see. Can we steal any from here? No. At least not that one, anyway. 30, no. Between the two of them, I could. But, let's see where we have iron. Excuse me. See, this is where if I had the, excuse me, the Mark II miners, I could upgrade the Mark II miner, and then the Mark II miner, and then I can go and just steal what I needed and be good to go. So what we're going to have to do, unfortunately, is we're going to have to belt some over. Probably from over here, unfortunately. Yep. That's going to stink. That's like 500 meters away. So that's what we're going to do. Because once I get the Mark II miner unlocked, I'm going to replace a lot of these Mark I miners with Mark II. Because then I can instantly double pretty much all the production lines pretty quick. Yep, it's going all the way back to what we have here. That's that one normal node. Yep. All right, what actually I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to do something a little different here. I'm going to still put a miner here, but I'm going to connect it up to that other line. And I'm going to take the one that was feeding it. What we're going to do here, we're going to do this. We're just going to do a 3. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go and plug that right in. Power you up, and you're done. At least with that part. And then what we're going to do for here, we're going to shut this miner down temporarily. We're going to rebuild it. Shove in the ore we had in there. We're going to get rid of the ore we didn't need. And then we're going to give it power. So that way I don't have to worry about it. Come all the way back here. Okay. Then we're going to belt this or this one over, which is, nope, which is 60 per minute. And I'm going to need more reinforced iron plates. I have some here I can steal, but not a lot. Yeah, that's really not going to help much. That's okay. And we're going to have to make a pit stop at the base because I do not have enough iron plates to make it the whole way. Thankfully, we're literally heading right towards where we need to be. Oh, what do you know? I actually did have enough, but that's okay. We're still going to grab a bunch more because we still have more belt to do. And that should be enough for now. Because we need to actually bring it way over here. The belt, I mean. Okay, so we can do up to 60 per minute. Also, there is an alternate recipe for steel ingots, but we don't have that. Okay, so that we'll get 45 ingots a minute, and we need 30 for that one. That's the steel piping. We need 60, which isn't even enough, but we need the steel. We want steel pipe right now. So we need 30 ingots a minute is what we need from this. So we'll type in 30. Here we're going to throw a splitter on. Now we're going to upgrade this, Mark II, and now we're going to make pipe. And of course we need to give it power. Of course, this isn't making anything because we're still waiting on the iron ore to come via the belt, which it's coming. And then the foundry should fire right up. There it goes. Firing right up. 30 per minute. We need 30 per minute. We're going to produce 20 steel pipe per minute. We need 100 of them, so it's going to take... Well, we have some in our inventory. We have 46. We have about half of it. 20 per minute. To do 100 would take 100 divided by 20 would take 5 minutes. But I think what we're going to do here is we're going to end the video here today. And next time we're going to hopefully get Advanced Steel up and running, which we should because we have everything else automated. I'm going to hopefully expand out. Once we get Advanced Steel up and running, then we can start expanding out some of our other production lines and start making more steel. And then eventually we're going to start working on the project parts. The smart plates we're already making, but the other two we're going to have to set up custom belt lines. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and we'll catch you next time.